Everyone, Gem and Scrolls here, and today I wanted to give out one of my organizing tips. I have been helping clients out with cleaning. It's something to try and start getting a job, I guess, because my at-home job teaching online is not working out so well right now with COVID. Anyway, don't mind my messy kitchen. It's in the process of being cleaned, but a tip that I've been helping people with organizing cupboards and drawers, and like just little areas that frustrate them is accessibility. And I decided that this would be a good trick to kind of teach everyone. So we're going to look in my cupboards and I'll explain what I mean by accessibility. So this is my Tupperware cupboard, and everything is laid out specifically according to how frequently it is used. For example, these and the smaller sandwich containers usually are stacked up on top, and they are our most frequently used tub. And then I have my sandwich. These are only used for sandwich. This is used for a bunch of other stuff. They are just behind it because these are what we come in and out of this cupboard for more often than not. Anything that we don't use very frequently is put in the back. So these tubs here and these side tubs here, we don't use those very often. So I put them in the back because you're more likely not to need it. So if you are taking something out often enough, you need to put it up front. And if you're not using it as frequently, you're more likely to put everything back nice and neat if everything looks nice. And so you put everything that you don't use in the way back, because if you're not going to be reaching forward and trying to drag it out all the time, then there's less chance of it making a mess, right? If I had all the small ones in front because of size, like if I was doing it by size, I don't think my cupboard would look as neat as it does right now, because the kids would be like, well, now I can't get to the sandwich ones or whatever that I need for school or something like that. Oops. I'll show you as well with my pots and pans. I'm actually missing my big frying pan that goes right here. And that's because I use it more often than not, because it's like a really heavy duty frying pan like this. It's really thick, and I use it for a lot of things. And my most frequently used pots are these two here, because I'm home with the girls for lunch, or, you know, they make good lunch pots, so they're in and out of the cupboard a lot. These ones are only used sort of infrequently, like only for dinner. I've never really made anything for breakfast in my big Dutch oven. And the small ones only dinner, and that one's only a dinner thing. So I also sometimes have that small one on top there, because if it's just me and the baby, we use the small one. So I put everything sort of accessible according to how frequently I use it. And this makes it easier for anyone who's putting my dishes back, because they're like, oh, your cupboard's nice and neat. It's easy to put things in and out. We should be able to keep it organized. On the side here, I have my very infrequently used small frying pans, but we don't often use them, so they can be off to the side. And I have my silver mixing bowls in the back. That's probably the one thing that doesn't get put away the proper way. People just put the bowls into each other whatever way they want. So I do have to like fix that up a little more frequently. But my most commonly used mixing bowls are these two, and my measuring cup, my big measuring cup. So I have them down low, easy to reach, easy to access, because that way it's not a struggle to have like these with those, since those aren't used as frequently. So everything in my cupboards are in areas according to accessibility, and that goes for drawers. You can do this to linen cupboards. You can do this to drawers. So I have these little storage stackers. Oops, thank you, Ori. And More often than not, we use peeler and can opener or a measuring spoon, so they're very easy to reach. These things are not so frequently used, and we'll put things back though because it is nice and neat, it's clean, it's organized, and it is in the drawer according to how frequently it is used. Most frequently used, I would say these are probably equally used. And then my measuring cups are off to the side, which are also in and out a lot. I also have applied this to my utensil drawer, which for the time being, because I haven't found a place for my funnels, has my funnels. Medicine things are off to the side. It's actually easier to access the middle slot with how this has to fit in here. So less used spoons and most used utensils, knives and forks. And might I just add that this utensil organizer fits better, like fits more utensils in it than those little white slotted ones. Ori, stay out of my cupboard. Apparently I need that. And then my big serving utensils. And this little egg thing is kind of frequently used because we put it in there to time how cooked hard-boiled eggs are. But anything that's super used is easier to access. Anything that's not used as frequently, like my I'm gonna fix that. Like my scale back here, which is actually hard to get in and out. But I'm the only one who uses it, so I put it back. They all are in the back and a little harder to put away, and that's okay. Like, because we don't take it out very often. So I have applied this to bathroom cupboards, medicine cabinets, pantries. Pantries are really great for this. You should be able to put, now our pantry looks like a clutter right now, but my most frequently used spices are up front and the least used are in the back, or like in the second row. The biggest ones are in the back just because I know what they are in order. Freeze-dried red onion, that's parsley. Freeze-dried red onion, ginger, garlic, and freeze-dried chive. So I have everything sort of memorized where it is, and all the smaller spices are up front. So it's easier to organize your cupboards and your pantry according to what you use the most. Most used items are down below. Less used items are up top. I hope this helps people with organizing things, and when you're like reorganizing or considering rearranging, these are out front because we use them more frequently. But yes, and maybe it'll help those little hard to organize, frustrating areas that you want to tackle. Thank you guys for hanging with me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I am going to go see how my little one's doing because she sounds like she's trying to escape. And I will talk to you guys next time.